Cody step here. Oftentimes, the CRMs that we end up using feel very dated. And this is because the intention is not being applied to them when we're actually building out these features. You're going to see inside this clip exactly how we've rethought the ability to migrate through all of the different pages, making everything modular so that you can succeed in looking at the stats that you need just when you need them. Once we're done, I'm going to share with you a little bit more about how you can actually gain free access inside SAM.
Again, this is not out there yet, but it will be very soon, later today. I'm going to go to memory lane here. And these are just bogus properties, but this one just has several photos and stuff on it. One of the things that we did, I don't know how many weeks ago, was the photo manager. We've already talked about this. The advantage of the photo manager is that you can come in here, you can add as many different photos. It'll add it based off of some type, you know, bathroom, bedroom, entryway, whatever. If I come in here, the hero item is like the main photo that you would use. It's the main element anytime we're printing stuff or have images of stuff. But one of the things that we did have, or still do have, is this describe image item here. So whenever you have an image, you've uploaded an image, it will have a blank title and description. You can come down here and click on describe. It takes that image and uses AI to analyze it, and then it builds a title and a description for you. You can go in there and make changes to it and whatnot. But by having that, then it has this context of what that image is. So if I go in to the bathroom, you know, sleek contemporary bathroom, blah, 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 it really describes it with a lot of a verbose description of that room or whatever, which is great. We need that. What that was originally used for was whenever I click on the photo, then it can use that then as kind of a slideshow and show the description and stuff. And you can come up here if you want to change, you know, timing so that it goes a little slower. You have a little more time to read it and stuff. If you got a lot of verbiage, maybe you need to slow it down even more. But this is just a way to see all the images and the context. That's all been there. What I wasn't doing was using this context of information inside the listing description whenever we're doing listings. So now, whenever you come into your listings area, you come into the marketing information tab. There are some fields here, and I'm just gonna delete these out just to show you this. I'm going to delete this too. I want to show you some new features here that we didn't have before. So now, if I come into a new listing or whatever, I've got property information, bedrooms, bathrooms, stuff like that. The listing comes in, and I put in listing details as far as price and other features and stuff like that. We draw all this information whenever we're building out our listing our listing details as far as this goes. So what I wasn't using was the description on the photos to help with this listing description piece as well. So now over here on the right, we've got we did just have the let Sam create it. But now whenever you click that, it's going to come up with a listing description area where, and this is one that I had added manually here. Let me bring this up. You'll now see a screen like this where you can have saved prompts for your listing description. If there's a certain way you like to describe how you describe your properties, you can now put an objective in there that talks about that. We've got some pre-built ones in here. So in this case, create a detailed listing description that highlights the property's best features, including architectural details, recent updates, lifestyle benefits, focus on many of the property's unique and desirable things that are potential buyers. So you can word this however you want. You can come in here and change it. You can give that wording a title, and then you can save it so that you can use it over and over again each time that you go to do this process of creating your listing details, your listing descriptions. Same thing for the special features, similar type of process, but different choices. By doing this now, whenever I click on OK, it uses this information, all of the property information, all the listing information, but now it also uses those photo descriptions in order to create the information. So whenever I click on OK, see the little spinner there, it's spinning, taking all of that into account, and then it's building out a listing description based off of all the different context. If you don't like it, you can go back in, you can adjust the objective and stuff, or you can just come in here and type in how you want. So you can make a few different changes. A lot of times people are using this, then they'll want to grab this information and paste it into MLS and use it for listing description stuff or flyers on Canva or whatever. So you can do that. I did add a little copy button, so copy the clipboard, so it'll copy that to your clipboard and you can paste it. Now, what has been a challenge for many is it creates a big long listing description, but lo and behold, MLS says, oh, hang on, we're only going to allow you 400 characters or 600 characters to describe that property. Well, that sucks. So you'd have to go in there and make some adjustments yourself. What I did was right below the copy button, there's now a generate character limited version. So you click on the little plus and you tell it how many characters you allow. So let's say 500. Okay. And then I say, okay, or generate. So then what it does is it takes that information and then rewrites it and creates a smaller version, but keeping the same context of the details that's in there, with less information in there. So it's stored differently, but you can still come in here. You can still edit it. If you want to edit it and make some changes and save it, you can do that. If you want to, I don't really like that, I'm going to refresh it or regenerate it, you can click on regenerate, or you can go ahead and click on copy to clipboard, and then you can paste it into your MLS. You can create as many different flavors of this as you want. So I've got a 500 word one, I've got a 600 word one, whatever you want to create. If once you're done, you just want to, delete it, you can delete it from the list and you're good to go.
Now I think you have a little bit of a better understanding of exactly how we've laid out SAM to help you. The truth is, we built SAM using a community to ensure that we're building a tool that works for you and alongside you to help move your business forward. So I would like to invite you to join that community. The easiest way to do that is visit sam.workflowsecrets.info and click the big sign up button. When you do this, you can get 14 days of free access inside of SAM. You can try out the system for yourself, and then once you decide that it's the right tool for you, you can go ahead and sign up and join our illustrious community. Once you're there, you'll be able to share on your experience, your need, and give us feedback all along the way. We can't wait to have you a part of this community. And it all starts sam.workflowsecrets.info and clicking sign up. I'll see you inside.